In the summer of 2016, the BBC interviewed me about living in a multicultural society.
The fact of the matter is, the UK is never going to be white again. We're together going to have to find out what does it mean to build a society that includes all of us.
To my shock, this interview went viral, and I received a deluge of hate emails from people across Europe and America. But I've decided not to hide. I've decided to try to meet the kind of people who sent me this abuse. I want to try to get behind the hatred and the extremist ideology, to find out what they are really like as human beings. I'm starting in Charlottesville, Virginia. It's a quiet town, which in the weeks ahead will find itself at the center of America's growing racial tensions. The Ku Klux Klan have received permission to march in protest at the removal of Confederate statues. Waiting for them are other protesters.
Back away! Back away! Nobody's afraid of you, nigger! Fuck you!
I want to talk to the KKK, but I can't get close to them. I do talk to the counter-protesters.
This is the result of what happens when you put an idiot in the White House. One thing is going to take people being willing to sit down and listen to each other, to actually have a meaningful dialogue and dialect with each other. There are some people that you just can't reach, and I accept that and I understand that. But those who you can have a possibility of saving, you have to at least try. There may be some glimmer of hope. I don't know where it is, but I know that we've got to start somewhere.
The rally finishes, but more far-right protests are expected at Charlottesville in the months to come. A week later, an important far-right leader has agreed to meet me. Jeff Schoep leads the biggest neo-Nazi organization in America.
Cultural invasion from Mexico and every other third world cesspool that's coming here to try to overrun our borders.
The National Socialist movement reveres Hitler, and until recently, their symbol was the swastika. For the first time ever in my life, I am about to meet a neo-Nazi.
Hello.
Hi, Deeyah.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Well, I didn't bring any tax, that's the thing, so I just assumed, I guess, you guys were happy. I mean, you don't have to use it, it's just, it's your film, so it's like...
Well, I'm Jeff Schoep, commander of the National Socialist Movement. You know, we're a white civil rights organization here in America. We're white nationalists. Just as Martin Luther King did for the blacks, you know, our mission is pretty much the same. We feel that the white race in general, in fact, Western civilization in general, is under a full assault. A lot of statistics are saying that the whites are going to be a minority here in this country. Our stance has been that we'd like a homeland of our own for white people.
He says his movement is growing, partly, he says, because of Donald Trump.
A lot of the things that he was saying, build a wall, stop illegal immigration, bring back American jobs, so he was saying things that could have been right, a lot of things that were right out of our playbook that we've been saying for years. We've been kind of on the fringes for a long time, and with our talking points finally appearing in the White House, nationalism has become more mainstream.
Jeff hates the idea of multiculturalism. He thinks it's part of a plot against the white race.
I think it goes back to the Zionists and the Jews. Jews control all the media, and they're pushing this agenda that we should all mix together, and I think it's to dumb down the population and to make us easier to control.
But what if you're wrong? Do you ever question yourself and think, what if all of this that I'm doing and all of this that I think, what if it's wrong?
That doesn't really come into play very often in my head. I really haven't questioned if I'm doing the wrong thing.
I read somewhere that you read Mein Kampf at the age of like 13, very, very young. What would attract a teenager to the ideology of Mein Kampf? Do you remember, what kind of feelings you had?
This is a long time ago.
But it's an important point in your life. I mean, it set the course for you sitting here today.
My mind is wandering right now. Like I think I'm kind of getting burnt out on the questions
Okay.
or something.